Today is March 26, 2022. It's day 5 of our road trip, and today we're doing something I have wanted to do for years and have never done, so it's my first time. Colonial Williamsburg. We're starting here at the visitor center. We're gonna pick up our tickets and take a shuttle into the actual Living History Museum. But it's more than just a museum. It's a whole area, a whole part of town where, well, you'll see. Let's go. We noticed here at the visitor center that all these flags are at half-mast, and we looked it up and it seems like they're there for Madeleine Albright. And now we'll head down to the visitor center to pick up our tickets. This looks like donors. The courtyard of philanthropy. Williamsburg was the capital of the Virginia colony from 1699 through 1780. Very important in the American Revolution. How cool is this? Okay, we haven't even gotten our tickets yet, so let's go inside. Oh, it's warm in here. All right, here are the ticket options. We're gonna do single day tickets, and includes access to the whole historic area, all the buildings, sites, shops, gardens, museums, a shuttle service, and all of that. So Colonial Williamsburg is a living history museum. It's an entire district with different shops and reenactors showing how life was during the colonial period. Just the visitor center, and I'm already so excited. All right. Tickets purchased. You wear your ticket as a badge and it gives you access to all of the locations. Walk to the revolutionary city and great hopes. All right. Now there is a free bus that takes you all around to different stops, but it's only about a 15-minute walk to the first stop, so we're just gonna walk, even though it's very windy and chilly outside. And there's the bus right there. I don't know if this is a good idea to walk, but we're gonna do it. It's nice out, it's so beautiful. You are leaving the 21st century. Walk back in time. So when you come back, it says you have returned. So, all right, let's go. All along the ground, there are these placards showing from this date, 1940s. You watch no TV and different historical moments all along the way as we're traveling back in time. This is a beautiful walk. If you enjoy walking and are able to make this walk and the weather is okay for it, I recommend doing this. There are already a few sites along the way, like this windmill. They were common in colonial Virginia. Here's the Great Hopes Plantation, a colonial Virginia farm. Sam, isn't it beautiful today?
Very pretty.
Hope it's that wind. Yeah.
It feels good.
So you don't actually need a ticket to just walk around the outdoor areas and the walking trails. You only need the ticket to access the indoor portions, the museums, and also there's shops, like working shops with actors reenacting things going on in the shop, which is what we do want to see, so we did get the ticket. But if you just want to walk around the area, that's free. I like that the walk is really easy too, very clearly marked. Historic area up ahead, so no getting lost. Looks like we're gonna walk under this bridge. We're walking by all this beautiful forest too. It's very quiet. So there's where cars go through, and here's where pedestrians go through. Look at this peaceful little river. All right, quick and easy walk. Welcome to Colonial Williamsburg. A visit to Colonial Williamsburg is a journey into America's past and a chance to learn firsthand what it was like to live in the capital of Virginia on the eve of the American Revolution. Whoa, what do we got here? Oh, I like that, that's good. So we were told any site with the flag up, it means that it's open and part of our tour and part of our ticket. Right in front of the palace is the Palace Green, and there's a street on one side and a street on the other. We can already see a lot going on, so let's get started. And again, so any building that has the flag in front of it, we can enter. All right, this looks like the first stop we can see with a flag. Site of the first theater. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, so 5 minutes till the show. We'll watch it. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Playhouse stage. You're currently at the site of the oldest theater in British North America. We are members of the Jug Broke Theater Company.
I can't believe I'm doing this. My name is Caroline Herschel. I'm a woman who's discovered a comet It's been decades since the last comet was discovered, but that was by a man. A woman has discovered the latest comet, and I am that woman. I must wake William. Let's make a list of all the amazing things you've accomplished. First of all, and most importantly, you discovered me. And, oh, you made the Messy Nebula less messy. What else have you done? I don't know. Oh, sure you do. I've discovered over 1,000 objects in the universe. Stars, star clusters, nebula.
So we just caught the last show of the day. That was a great little show about Carolyn Herschel, the first woman to discover a comet. All right, let's keep going. It is so windy. You can hear the wind just sweeping the street. All right, we've reached the end of the Palace Green, and this is, I think, one of the main streets we're about to hit up. Here we are in the main street. We can see hustle bustle, some activity going on. Kind of overwhelming. I don't know what to do first. We'll just look for the flags, I guess. Here's a flag. Let's check this out. Weaving, spinning, and dyeing. Hello.
Good day. Hello.
Good day. Thank you.
You wanted to look good walking around the town of Williamsburg in the 18th century, I'm going to tell you to combine as many prints in as many different colors and as many different patterns in a single outfit as you possibly could. 15,000 Continental soldiers out in the field, right? And they all need crisp, clean blue wool uniforms. So here's the problem I run into. Congress decides to count how many sheep we have. And by the end of 1776, right before the Battle of Trenton, they released the study that determines there are not enough sheep in the entire Western Hemisphere to outfit and supply my army. England makes wool. England wants me buying wool from them. Now, if Americans are good at anything, we're good at smuggling.
Good first stop. Oh, so cool. All right, right next door, J.N. Greenhow. Is this open? Oh, cold drinks? Root beer and ginger ale? We're doing it. Oh my gosh, it's it is. It's a little store. It smells so good in here. Oh, cool. This is a little shop. And they've got all sorts of products in here. Oh, they've got nuts, lemon ginger shandy, Proclamation porter. Oh, how cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, so that's nice. Good to know. But I think over there is the courthouse, and I think there's a tavern too. We might try to get something to eat because we're both really hungry. We didn't eat breakfast, so it might be time for a little lunch. Looks like they've got cobblestone streets on the side of the real streets. Hurts to walk on cobblestone. Very painful. Now let's see what we've got here.
It's an open-ended program. Stay as long as you like to leave when you need to.
Thank you.
The jury room is behind you on that side.
Okay, the jury room. Look at these large windows. Fireplace.
Up there. There is a look at those. Courts begin to favor making people pay fines as punishment because money is a lot more useful than a chunk of somebody's flesh. If someone is found guilty of perjury, the punishment is a year in jail.
Built in 1771 to house the James City County Court and the Hustings Court of the City of Williamsburg, this building served as a center of local administrative and judicial authority for more than a century and a half. Okay, cool. That's neat. Oh, it's so windy.
Closed.
Closed today. Well, that's okay. They're doing some maintenance here at this site. Very modern, very funny. Skateboarding. It looks like another...
Quite the contrast.
Yeah. And I think this is the tavern. This is very, very pretty. This is the Chowning Tavern, and it looks packed. Let's see if it's even possible. It looks pretty packed. All right, so Chowning is apparently full, and their waiting list is full, so they're not even accepting more people for the waiting list. So we'll see what we can find. All right, so there's a courtyard here with different reenactors talking to guests, and there's a little market here too.
The condition of the child. It used to be the condition of the child was the condition of the father. So that way,
In English custom is passed down through the mother. I've heard the Cherokee.
But if we say it's between like 80 and 120 pounds, because they still have to carry, they carry these firearms on the sling, they might carry camp supplies, they carry as well as this blanket, and they're going to carry their personal supplies in here.
Several of the sites appear to be closed today as they're doing some maintenance and restoration. Oh my gosh, the wind is so cold. Whew, even Sam.
Even me. Made a poor decision.
You wore shorts, didn't you?
I'm normally not cold.
Yeah.
Especially my legs, but this wind is it's getting in there.
It's biting. It's a biting, chill wind.
Yeah.
What a pretty sign. It's like a pear tree with a deer in it. I hear music. There's like grass on the ceiling up here too. Yeah, moss.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you folks are welcome inside the joiner shop if you like.
Joiner
Thank
shop.
you.
There we go.
Oh, the joiner shop. Okay. Thank you. Oh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm working on cutting out a coat joint. So right now what I'm doing is trying to get so that it closes up good and tight, that all the surfaces kind of meet up with each other. So.
Nice. Beautiful fit.
You have, but for the most part, we're going to be doing that. In this particular project, we've done some of the glazing. Find anybody in town listed as a glazer. So probably means that we're going to be taking, you'll see a lot of that kind of stuff around. But then we want to make things a little bit bigger so that we can go in and plane it down to fit.
Oh, there's like a back door, a courtyard.
That's a lot to maintain.
So what I find really interesting here is this is a living history museum, but it's not a museum in the sense that there's one building, you walk in, you see the exhibits, and you leave. It's several streets filled with buildings and shops and different things going on. And it's also different in the sense that there are guests constantly flowing in and out. So it's, for most of these places, it's not like one show with a start and an end. It's a constant conversation going on with guests. So you really need to get involved and ask questions. The first few places we walked in, we just kind of like stood there and watched and didn't know what to do. But then I finally started to ask questions and chat, and that's where you're going to get the real demonstrations and really start to learn about what's going on. So I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. At first I was like, we were both so overwhelmed and like didn't know where to go or what to do first, even though we have a map. But now I think I'm just gonna go in and ask questions whenever I can. So we're kind of at the end of this street, but we're gonna loop back and see more. But it looks like there's some like shops and cafes here. It looks like this is Merchants Square, right? Oh, spice and tea, candy and gourmet. So there's a bunch of food here. Oh, maybe we can get like a little snack.
Oh, the cheese shop.
Where is it? We can see here the Williamsburg Craft House. All manner of gifts, the Fat Cannery, and the cheese shop. Let's see if they've got any food for us, because we read good reviews about the cheese shop, didn't we? This is so cute. And you could do all of this without a ticket. We're in Merchant Square, and we're gonna go into the cheese shop. Yeah, we're gonna have some lunch. Oh my goodness, look at all of this. Cheese, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Yes, please. Here's the line. Order sandwiches here. Here's the sandwich of the day, a roast beef. All right, so there's different meat and cheese plates. They're making us a little meat and cheese plate right now. I think we're gonna get some drinks too. Look at the little mouse. He's got a glass of wine and he's sitting on his block of cheese.
I like.
Oh, and they've got like cheese making up there. So they have cheese from all around the world. That Havarti with herb is from Denmark. It's so cool just watching the process. Okay, we're also gonna get sandwiches because we have to. Besides beer and wine, they've also got a really nice selection of beverages, lots of different kinds. Okay, so we ordered at the cheese counter and then we ordered at the sandwich counter. I was waiting for the sandwiches and then we traded places. Sam's waiting for the sandwiches, but I got the cheese, so let me show you that. Oh yeah, and the beer. So when you get everything from up there, you pay for it up here. But we already paid for this. So let's take a look. So here's what we got. This is so nice. Oh, we got this gorgeous cheese and meat plate, a half a loaf of bread, fresh bread, Local IPA and another beer.
Williamsburg, Williams Mary.
We are hungry, and I keep hearing customers walk in and say, "Oh, it's so warm in here," because it's like just the wind mostly. That's like very cozy in here. Let's uncover this beauty. Our sandwiches have arrived. I got chicken salad, and Sam got roast beef.
Roast beef and cheese.
And I also got a root beer. We're just digging in. We're eating the cheese, we're eating the meat, we're eating everything. That's so good. So the beauty part about root beer is as soon as you start to lift it up to take a sip, you smell it, and it smells so good. It's got that like caramel smell to it. It's a very good root beer. But anyway, sandwich, good, cheese. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Let's keep, oh, it's so cold out there. Oh, that wind. Really enjoyed the cheese shop, very cozy. I almost wanted to just stay in there. Once you cross that line, you're in Colonial Williamsburg, which we are now going back into to see some more shops and crafts and stuff. It looks like if you decide to visit Colonial Williamsburg and you did not go to the visitor center, you can purchase tickets here. And there's parking here too. You don't have to park at the visitor center. Like, see right here, parking. See how everything changes once you're in the actual Colonial Williamsburg part? I've seen a lot of kids skateboarding down this street. It's fun. Oh, no, cobblestone. It hurts. So these gardens were meant for like showing off and showing off what could be grown apparently. Lettuce, purple carrot, marigold, something. It's kind of hard to read, right? Broad bean. It's like a broad bean. Double parsley. All right, we're back on the street near the courthouse that we already went into. So now we're gonna go beyond that and see what else there is to see. There's a lot of, oh, there it is. I was just about to say there's a lot of horse poop in the street from the carriage rides. And I saw the carriage rides were sold out. Oh, and there's another one over there today, but we hadn't seen any going by yet. But now we see them going by. That would be a fun thing to do. Yeah, so here's all the horse manure in the street. There are so many buildings without a flag that are closed today. Here's another building with a flag. Oh my gosh, that wind. W.M. Prentice? It looks like pottery in the windows. Let's see what this is. Mr. Prentice welcomes you to his store. He proudly offers for sale unique items from the Colonial Williamsburg trade. Oh, it's an actual little shop. Hello. Beeswax candles. Oh, there's like a... This is an actual shop. The doors open and close like inward, so it keeps throwing me off. Oh, there's a sheep and a baby sheep. Oh my gosh, hello. He's kicking with his little foot to get some. Oh my god, look at the baby.
He says, I want a bear. That is so cute.
That is so cute. I can't deal with it. I'm gonna pass out and scream and cry from how cute that is. Look, he's eating a tiny little stick of grass. That's it. This is the rest of the video. Look at him closing his eyes. He's so cute, I can't take it. It looks like there's a horse demonstration going on over there, but we can't get to there from here, so we'll try to walk over there and hopefully it's still going on. Carriage going by. That's nice. See, that's more like, I like seeing that. That adds some more atmosphere. You're welcome. Okay, so there's a press room down here. They say they have a printing press. Oh, this is the blacksmith. But I think that one's not open today.
The process never ends. This specific pamphlet has side note. Yeah. See this little thing here? Yeah. That's a side note. So it sticks out a little bit past the text. So that's what these notches are for. Do a whole different product. Brand new paper we put on there. Just you see here, right? And and then you print the new product, whatever it is on there, and then you cut it out. Yeah, did you notice how flimsy it looks? There's a reason for that. The paper is slightly damp. Yeah, dry clay is not going to mold very easily around the shape of those letters, is it? Also, which of those two is going to create more wear and tear on my stamp? What's going to wear my letters down quicker? And they're metal, but they're not indestructible. They're mainly lead, after all. Lead's not strong metal. So, what's going to wear my type out quicker? Something dry and hard, or something slightly damp and soft? Yeah. So this is again,
like
actual size or font, as we would call it, that we're using today. And again, there's over 8,000 of these. In fact, each one of these 8 pages contains over 1,000 pieces. There could be as many as 9,000 little pieces. Wow. And that isn't even that impressive. And there's 2 pages.
Oh, steep stairs, yeah. Oh my gosh, very steep. Here's another flag, Charlie Thompson and Company. I don't know if this is just another shop or another exhibit. Let's find out. Oh, you can get like historical clothes in here. You have to like close the doors in here. Historic reproduction clothes. You get like bonnets and, oh, that's cute. Historic cosmetics.
You too.
Apothecary.
You're welcome. Bye.
Nice. You can actually purchase some reproductions of historical garments to wear about if you like. Lots of steps everywhere. It looks like here's a millinery.
Advertisement close to that 18th century.
They were talking with guests inside about the clothes that they make and how they're tailored for each person. They're not like reproduced pieces of clothing, and they're made using the same methods as in the 18th century. Yeah, James Craig Jeweler, engraving watchmaker. I see a fire. I see a roasting fire.
Strainers. In fact, in the 18th century, round handles will be pierced. That's sharp. Teapots and teaspoons in the 18th century.
So he was saying about how teapots and tea cups and spoons were much smaller in the 18th century because tea was so much more expensive. So they would have like a little cup of tea. Like Sam and I, we drink so much tea and we have the biggest mugs possible. But back then it was expensive. So you'd have tiny little cups, tiny little strainers that look like spoons, and just beautiful wares. And there was a burning fire in there and it felt so warm and so good. Raleigh Tavern Bake Shop. Oh, it's an actual bake shop. Cool. Oh yeah, you can get like hot tea, coffee, hot cider, food and drinks and bread. Sally Lunn Bread. So this area is roped off, but I wish we could sit in here to eat. It's so cozy. All right, take our ciders outside. Please use the rear yard for enjoying your refreshments.
Oh, it's popping out from inside there.
Yeah, they're like in the bush, popping out. Look, a well. Okay, well that's good to know. You can get also some snacks and stuff in there. Let's keep along the way. I think this might be the apothecary. Pasteur and Galt Apothecary Shop. Oh, I keep forgetting the doors go in. Okay, so in the back of the shop, there's like the apothecarist's office. Mortar and pestle.
So I talked about a bunch of different laxatives before. This is a laxative specifically for children. And it's formulated to kind of make them want to take it. The syrup of violets, it's a lot of sugar packed in a little bit of violet solution, like the flour. This is just leather. So there's leather, there's also twine to tie it.
This is really small little doorknobs and locks. And you have Make sure you open and close the door at each spot. I always find an apothecary so interesting, and there's a lot of guests in there, which I like to see how popular exhibits like that are. People are really interested in how medicines and potions and tinctures were made in different eras. There's another play going on over here. We'll just catch a few minutes of it.
And sometimes if I'm working in the garden or I'm drawing water, I do get lost in the rhythm of the work. I like to imagine a different world, or a softer world, a kinder world.
At the end of the street, this is the Capitol building. We'll check this out. Capitol open 9 to 5 like everything else. Well, it's really pretty. Since we can't film the tour of the inside of the house, we'll walk you around the outside and talk about it a little bit. There's a stone here and it says, "The Old Capitol. Here, Patrick Henry first kindled the flames of revolution by his resolutions and speech against the Stamp Act, May 29 through 30, 1765. And here, May 15th, 1776, the Convention of Virginia unanimously called on Congress to declare the colonies free and independent states. And also here, on June 12, 1776, was adopted by the convention of the immortal work of George Mason, the Declaration of Rights, and on June 29, 1776, the first written constitution of a free and independent state ever framed." One of the two main places to dine inside Colonial Williamsburg that are currently open as of March of 2022 is the King's Arm Tavern. And we have a dining reservation here in just a few minutes, so we're gonna see if we can check in.
Give me one moment, okay?
Okay, thank you. Oh, look how pretty. Oh, this is really cool. Okay, this is what we need, right? Yeah. Turn that fire on. Yeah. Look how cozy that is. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, I love this. And they have non-fortified, meaning without alcohol, and fortified with alcohol. So the Old Stitch Brown Ale, she said that was like a 18th century beer and it's only served here. Victuals, pleasing to the palate and expeditiously served after the best manner. I can say with certainty I've never had peanut soup or heard of it. So a server told us about the champagne cocktail, a favorite of Thomas Jefferson. Sam got the Old Stitch Brown Ale. I got the Tavern Cream Ale. Cheers. Very nice cream ale. She was right. It's really light. It's got like a nice creamy taste, but it's not thick or heavy at all. It's really nice.
Mine tastes like a British ale.
Cool.
This is good too.
Cool.
And for the young lady. Now, of course. That's for you, sir.
I'll do the
Alexander and Peachy Purdy's Pollard. He was a Scottish immigrant. He moved here, became our first postmaster, later editor and publisher of the Virginia Gazette, our longest running paper in Virginia, still being published today. In order for a lady to own any property in the 18th century, you had to be a widow. If she would remarry, her husband would then take over the property. She stayed a widow. Basement is our kitchen. The first floor is dining, the second floor is dining. We seat 240 people, and we have a dining room outside, which would have been the original Purdy kitchen. Kitchens were separate from the home in the 18th century. One, if it caught fire, we only lost the kitchen. And if you're familiar with the humidity of Virginia, you know it would help keep it cooler in the summertime if you did the cooking out separately from the house. Now, when you traveled to taverns, it was all inclusive. It was usually just men. They would have came in maybe for check on politics, socialize, pick up mail, maybe even deliver mail, and they would have received a meal. They didn't have choices like we have today. It would have been whatever tavern keeper prepared. Of course, plenty to drink. We have stables in the back where they would have cared for their horses, and then they got a space in the bed. So you didn't have any privacy in taverns. Ladies would have never stayed there. They would have stayed at a boarding house or with other women, because the space was very small. It was usually 3 or 4 men in a double bed, and they would put them head to toe. Now there's a room across from there, the sleeping quarters upstairs, and that was a room where Miss Rose said, if you give me a little extra money, I'll give you a space big enough to spread your wings so you might hold 18th century cocktails, of course, are in the taverns. That's the top menu. We do have all the local beer in the barrel. The Old Stitch is an 18th century recipe made just for the tavern.
So I can smell peanut really strongly, and it smells really good. I love peanuts, but I can imagine that if you have a peanut allergy, this probably would not be the place to be because of the peanut soup. And it's like permeating the air. It's real good though. Here's the peanut soup, and she said with our 18th century utensil, a piece of bread to sop it up with. And then what did she say this was?
Bread.
But she said, oh my gosh, it smells so good and it's so soft. Oh, it's got like crushed peanuts on top and cream. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Let's see.
Came around and placed some Sally One bread on the table.
Sally
One bread.
bread.
English tea cake. Sally was from Bath, England. If you go to Bath, England,
Bath, we've been to Bath.
Not far from me. Normally you travel with your knife and your own napkin. If you did not bring your own, that meant you were quite wealthy. It was a sign of wealth because you would have leased it from the tavern. That's why your napkin is so large.
Yeah.
So large, a sign of wealth.
I was noticing that. It's a huge.
And may I borrow your yard square?
Sure.
And this was used to protect your finery. They're 36 by 36. And this was used to protect your finery so you could exit as neatly as you entered.
So it's like a bib.
And the way one will wear one is to bring it up underneath the neck and around the back. And this is called tying one on. So tying one on in the tavern started with tying on one's yard square so you could protect your finery. It was also called making ends meet because it was very expensive to lease. If you were able to afford it, you definitely making ends meet. So everybody feel free to tie one on tonight.
Okay, Sam, your turn. I don't know. She did it for me.
She did it so quick.
She did it so quick, and you grabbed the camera, thankfully, which was great. Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like I'm. I don't know.
It feels very funny. I think you got it. We each need.
I got it.
We definitely need to pick. Oh my gosh! You look like a lord.
So the relishes would have been used to flavor your food. You would have placed it on your meats and vegetables to enhance flavor.
Okay.
Tonight you have a ham relish, a corn relish, and parsley butter. You may have dined someplace that didn't offer the relishes, and that would have been where the saying "I didn't relish it" come from.
Oh my gosh!
Flavorless food.
I didn't relish it. Comes from places that didn't offer relish. Sam got the Mrs. Phoebe's Tavern dinner. So you get a choice of soup. So we got the peanut soup and shared that. And this is herb, garlic covered prime rib of beef, horseradish, herb fingerling potatoes. And then I actually got an appetizer as my main. I got the Hoppin' John risotto. This is black eyed peas, Carolina gold rice, Country Farm baby spinach. I do like black eyed peas, and they said the special soup today was black eyed peas too, so. Okay. Prime rib is phenomenal. Probably one of the best prime ribs I've ever had. I didn't expect much, so I actually would have ordered it too if I knew it was that good. We've had prime rib at so many like touristy place restaurants, and it's just usually okay. So I don't know if you can see, but it's just perfectly cooked inside and out. And it comes with horseradish, which it's good with, but it doesn't need it at all. It's so good, and it definitely doesn't need the relish. All right, we loved everything. We have devoured our food. It exceeded our expectations, right?
It was so good.
It was so good. Yeah.
I didn't know what to get.
Yeah.
And today I picked right.
You did. If I would have known, and I recommend you get the prime rib because if I would have known it was that good, I would have gotten it too. It was so good.
I used the bread to get every last piece.
Yeah, sop it up. And even the risotto was good, the relish was good, the soup, everything. Almost done with this cream ale too. Yum.
This just shows napkin around the neck is the way.
We're gonna do this from now on.
See me out at Disney with a napkin tied around my neck, you know why.
I'm actually stopped wearing mine because I got hot. Like it was so warm. I was like, but I have it and it's here.
Just save you.
I wear it like a toga. All right, so our server is amazing. I just love her, and she was just telling us the dessert to get here if we want to stay authentic is the syllabub. I have never heard of this in my life, and here is our syllabub. Wow, neither of us have ever tried this before. So this will be something new for us, right?
I've never even heard of it before.
I've never heard of it either. When she said it, we were like, what? What's the name? A syllable? I thought it was a syllabub because she was saying like, but she was saying a syllabub.
The cream on top.
Creamy thing?
Alright, cheers.
Cheers. Like a lemon mousse, like lemon cake. That's delicious. Very, very light, very foamy. Very good.
Thank you. Nice.
Yeah, maybe mix it. Yeah, really nice.
It's not like heavy.
Oh my gosh, it's so light.
Yeah.
It's actually like palate cleansing. All right, I'm a fan of syllabub.
Yeah.
Don't know where we can get this at home.
I don't know.
And how could we make this? Like the method for making it is not easy. Yeah. All right, off we go. Just lovely. Look, there's a hat and a cane here too. Thank you.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, because it's closed, so it's what time? 6 o'clock? It's 6 o'clock and all is well. Now it's past 5 o'clock, so it is closed for the day. And there's a lot more to see. And not everything was open today too. So this is something we could definitely come back to see more of. Maybe like in the summer. Hey, so how's it feel out here?
When the wind's not blowing, lovely. When the wind gets you, whew.
Even the English boy is
Brisk.
cold. Yeah, it's brisk. So it's a beautiful time of day. It's about sunset, and we've seen several photographers walking around doing like engagement shoots, maternity shoots, and we can see why. The lighting is absolutely just so beautiful, and just like watching the sun filter through the trees. We just stopped and took some photos too because we were like, maybe they're onto something with this this time of day and this lighting here. I mean, look at this. Look at that.
I just always look like that.
I mean, you do, truly. But yeah, that's nice lighting. Let's head back on the walkway back. I don't know if we missed these sheep on the way in because we were so excited or they weren't out, but we're almost back to the visitor center and look at these beautiful sheep.
And now, whenever you go in a tunnel, you have to sing. Sing for me.
All right, we're back at the visitor center, and now you are leaving the American colonies, becoming Americans. And we're going back into the 21st century. And we're back at the visitor center now, gonna head to our car. We had a lot of fun today. I think I get the sense that this isn't like, it's not how it normally is. I get the sense that maybe, I'm not sure if it's the season or because of the pandemic and things have changed, that maybe certain things aren't open certain days, or maybe it's just always been that way. But we liked what we got to see. We wished we could have seen more. I do feel like the King's Arm was the highlight of our day. Our server was amazing. She was like telling us all these facts and history and fun little bits of information and fun facts about like where expressions originate, and doing the napkin tying. That was also fun, and the food was phenomenal. Yeah, I really do feel like in the future we could come back here and just stroll the street and hang out in downtown Williamsburg and like still have a great time and get to like see a taste of things just from the outside. But it's definitely a place we want to come back to visit, maybe like during Christmas or when more is going on, maybe during the summer or something like that. I'm glad we did it because it's somewhere I've wanted to go for a long time. And we still have a little bit more of this road trip left to go. So we're gonna go back to the hotel, and then tomorrow we have another adventure. So stay tuned for more of that coming up. And thank you once again to all the Virginians, North Carolinians, South Carolinians, and everybody from everywhere who's been really just positive and having fun with us this road trip. We're loving it, and we appreciate you so much. We read the comments together, and we're just loving it. We love your stories, your memories, all of it. It's just great. But for now, Well, we're heading out. Thank you all so much once again for joining us. I'm sending you a ton of love. See you for the next video. And until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye.